Here we are on the official start boat. This is White Hawk. She is absolutely stunning. The official start line is just over to our left. These lovely ladies on the bow are marking off all of the competitors as they come past. And I can't tell you how excited I am for the start, which is in just about half an hour, guys. So here we are, guys, on the beautiful start boat, White Hawk, and I took the opportunity to talk with Claire Harrington from the New York Yacht Club. Claire is keeping an eye on the start line. You can't help it, can you?
I'm watching. No, I keep my eyes open.
Yeah. And your official role is?
I am, I'm chair of the New York Yacht Club Race Committee, and it's the New York Yacht Club Race Committee's responsibility to get the boats underway.
Sure.
So we're not running the race per se. We're not organizing the race, but we are responsible for the start. So we have a number of individuals on White Hawk as the signal crew, and then we have about 30 individuals in marshal boats patrolling the area to make sure that spectators don't get too up close and personal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, first morning will be at 1300, and then for the next 2.5 hours or so, we'll be starting class after class after class.
On 10-minute rolling sequences.
Correct. 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes, another group of boats will head off. And the best. Sorry, sweetheart. The best site is to after about 4 or 5 hours to start to watch them all kind of heading to Bermuda.
Yeah,
basically, and it's a wonderful sight. It's spectacular.
I really can't wait for that, and it's
really fun.
It's so cool too because we're looking right down the start line.
That's right.
Right here.
From here to the yellow buoy is our start line. So there'll be a lot of negotiating up in here and dancing amongst the boats and trying to maneuver for the best start.
Oh, I love that. That's so fantastic. So from the gorgeous start boat, we got straight back onto our media boat, and it was not too long before we were told off by the marshals and had to escape from the box. So we were a little bit far away when we started, but we still couldn't wait to get into the action. My first Newport to Bermuda start, and wow, what a day. The skies cleared just in time, and the first start was the catamarans. So historic, and it was fantastic to see Elvis get away cleanly. Some of my other favourites, Triple Lindy's a personal favourite. You can't help but like the boats in Class 15, as well as Wizard. Gosh, they're doing well in the race as well. They led overnight, fantastic. The youth teams, so many of them, from Mud Rats to the Oak Cliff boats and also the Young American Gambler. Just so great to see so many young people involved with the race. And of course, Rambler. That start, watching that 88-footer come absolutely roaring through was unbelievable. And I'm pretty sure she scared everybody that she came within an inch of. But look how good this is going to be. Bang! Ooh, the best start goes to Spooky for sure. They've nailed it. Proteus just to leeward. Wizard's coming through. So Spooky, Proteus, Wizard, Privateer, Germany 7007. Look at Rambler's going to be the bowsprit boat. Rambler coming. Oh, unbelievable, guys. That's incredible. Oh, Germany, Black Pearl is most closest to the camera there. Here comes Rambler. Oh my gosh, they're just spearing through the fleet. How good is that, guys? Oh, wow. Was that worth waiting for or what? Oh.
Yeah, I don't think many of the guys on these little boats to windward of Rambler are actually looking at their tailtails much. They're watching her streak through to leeward of them.
In light of how good these two were yesterday for the live stream of the start, I've roped them in again, quite possibly because we're also stuck here in the airport and they've got no choice. I have with me Summers Kempe, now nicknamed the Oracle after the live stream. He hates me for that. Past Commodore of the Royal Bermuda Yacht Club, and John Burnham, who is the co-chair of the media team with the Bermuda Race Organising Committee. Fantastic to have you two back with me. What do you think of the race so far?
I think it's playing out about to plan. There's fairly light forecast. The boats have been going fairly slowly, but right now the leaders are beginning to extend out, which was anticipated.
Absolutely. And Summers, any thoughts after the start? Any favourite moments for you?
Yeah, well, I mean, they've obviously had a great night at sea. A lot of texts and tweets come back and sort of describing some pretty champagne downwind sailing, which is pretty good. But of course, I think the leaders have now gone through the Gulf Stream really well. They're staying in front of that high pressure that's kind of ridging down on the rest of the fleet, or about to go through the Gulf Stream, or just to enter it. And they're probably going to have a little bit of a tough time later this afternoon trying to get through it.
So let's have a closer look at the Pantaenius Yacht Insurance YV tracker. So here we have the Pantaenius Yacht Insurance tracker for the Newport Bermuda race. And of course, I'm going to get some expert advice just to show you. If I click on the boat, which at the moment happens to be Rambler, you can see a whole bunch of information that pops up, including, we are at the airport, guys, so do bear that in mind. A whole heap of information that pops up, including the skipper, the owner, their position, their distance to finish, and their first. You can see there that they're leading over all on line honours. But I'm going to let Mr. Summers Kemp talk a little bit about what's happening with the rest of the fleet here.
Yeah, so this is like a classic sort of Bermuda race at the moment. The bigger boats have been able to leg out and stay in the stronger breeze for a longer period of time, and it looks like they've actually stayed well ahead of the light high pressure that's sort of just ridging out in front of the rest of the fleet, sort of in front of Arethusa and Tribe there. The boats behind in that area are just starting to enter the Gulf Stream, while Rambler and Wizard and Elvis and Proteus have actually entered the Gulf Stream already.
Here's a bit of the wind, just showing you guys how to use this as well, and now put on those currents, as Summer's talking about.
Yeah, so the boats are, some of them, the leaders in that second pack, are just about halfway through the Gulf Stream. And everybody else is sort of just starting to get into that. That's going to affect their breeze. It's that current's moving screen left to right, and it's probably doing 2, 3, maybe even 4 knots.
Wow.
So that's going to affect their sailing wind quite a lot, and hopefully they're going to be able to stay sort of headed in the same direction to Bermuda.
Absolutely. And John, what we're going to do now is just rewind the race a little bit and have a look at how these boats progressed. I'll now pass the microphone over to you, and you can see what's happened over the past basically overnight, while we were sleeping.
Well, what happened, as you remember from the start, is that the wind was lighter. It was from the southeast, but during the night, the rain cleared off, the clouds cleared off. They had a beautiful starry night, and the breeze went aft, and so they began putting up spinnakers, but it was light, and that is kind of the problem for most of the fleet. While the leaders have gotten through the Gulf Stream with pretty good pressure, everyone behind has not really been able to keep pace with them because they've been caught up in this high pressure area.
And then what we saw actually overnight, a lot of us woke up to Wizard actually being in the lead and in front of Rambler, which was actually quite interesting. I mean, Rambler's now moved into the lead again, which we expected as the breeze died off. I mean, she does have a little bit more sail area, a lot more waterline length, and she's now leading at the current point in time. And we see Elvis is leading the Catamarans, which is their first race, and that's fantastic to see too. Proteus, Wizard, Rambler, all in this vicinity here. I believe this is Elvis here, so there you go.
That's right. Elvis is, if you scroll forward to where we are now, you'll see Elvis has kind of made the break with the rest of the leaders, whereas Arethusa and Tribe, the other two multi-hulls, have kind of gotten stuck in that high pressure, and the smaller boats are actually beginning to catch up to the mid-sized boats.
Oh boy, that's always a good thing too. And then we're just going to have a little bit of a look at the leaderboard if we can, and you can check out the social media over here too, guys. So we'll have a little bit of a look at that. I think this is the one I want to look at. Which ones I want to look at? This one, SGL4, I think. Just want to see. There we go. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look who's leading there. What's my name?
Nicole.
All right.
Nic for short.
Indeed, I'm loving that. Excellent. All right, guys, we'll be back with plenty more updates over the coming days. Make sure you stay with us.